So hopefully you can see this moss all along here. And I've gotten rid of the moss around my flower beds and everything, so I can't show that to you. But if you just take and sprinkle some white, don't get the fancy stuff, get the cheap stuff, powdered laundry detergent on that moss. If you got a lot of it, on your patio or brick area, just throw it on like that. You can broom it into the cracks. That's what I do on my brick patio, but I can't show you that because there's no moss there because I've been doing this for several years. So let it sit on there for several days and it'll be gone. It'll just dry up, turn brown, and you can just leave it or you can broom it off. It's up to you. Now I use this technique of using this powdered laundry detergent on my wife's flower beds, on brick, on concrete, on asphalt, on decks, on gravel driveways. It does a real good job. One of these buckets, which is 28 pounds, is a 28-pound bucket, will last me a year. Of course, obviously it depends on the size of your property. I've got a 1-acre property. I've got a long circular gravel drive, and it lasts me about a year. It costs about 20 bucks. A lot easier than the moss out or moss off and stuff that you use, that you pay for a gallon or 2 gallons. You pay $15 to $25 to $30 for. And it's got chemicals in it. This is friendly to your habitat, and particularly if you're around your lake. So use it on my deck and stuff. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you consider using natural products that you have in your kitchen and that you use on your clothes and your body and your food, instead of using the chemicals that comes in a container with an EPA registration number that says harmful to fish and people and wildlife. Let's just be a little bit more environmentally friendly, and living on a lake is very enjoyable then. Thought I'd talk to you about a couple other things that can cause environmental hazards when you're around the lake, and that's cleaning moss off of your roof and doing gardening. There's one extremely helpful product that you have in your kitchen. It's called baking soda, and this is a 1-pound thing of baking soda. Cost about 64 cents at the store, and this is enough to take care of your roof and do soil amendments, kill or deter slugs, or sweeten your tomato plants, a bunch of other things that help you garden in an environmentally safe way. So I use this 2 ways on my roof. One way, I can just get a 2 or 4 pounds of this at a cost of less than $5. You can probably get it at Costco in bulk, and I sprinkle it along my roof peak, and I do it liberally so that I get a lot on there, and then I let the nature wash it down over my roof and kill my moss. On areas with heavy moss, I sprinkle it on directly on the moss. It doesn't take long at all for it to kill the moss. Your moss will disappear. If it's really heavy, it's going to kill it, and then you can broom it off your roof, or take a hose and with a long nozzle and spray it and knock it off that way. Another way that is recommended for roof moss is to take 3 tablespoons. That's this size right here. That's not very much. In a quart of water or vinegar. Vinegar assists in killing the moss. And put it in a spray bottle, and you can spray it up on your roof to kill the moss. And it does a really good job of doing that. So instead of getting moss off or moss out or this stuff that costs 20-30 bucks for a small can, get the cheap stuff. You don't need Arm & Hammer. I mean, this is a name brand. You can get the cheap stuff, get it in bulk for use like this. That would be my recommendation. That's what I use on my roof, and I think you'll find it works very well for yours as well. Like I said, there's other items that you can use baking soda. There's a whole bunch of things. It helps sweeten your tomatoes. It helps deter slugs. It'll get rid of an ant infestation. You put baking powder and put some sugar in it and pour it around the ant hills, and the ants will come out to get the sugar, and they get in the baking soda, and it'll kill them. So you don't have to use any harmful insecticides. So there's other things that baking soda is good for instead of buying chemicals. They cost a lot of money, and you don't need to use, particularly around a lake. I wouldn't use them anywhere, but particularly around a lake. So thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful to you. So this is the area that I showed you. I put down the powdered detergent. You can see once the moss dies, about a week, 10 days, it dies, and you can brush it right off. If you don't want to brush it off, then just leave it and it will deteriorate in place. Hope this video was helpful to you. At least it shows you that we can use less harmful, everyday home products like laundry detergent, soap, vinegar, baking powder, and salt to clean up a lot of the areas outside our home as well, and get rid of weeds and moss in and around our house without endangering or hurting the environment.